Okay, okay. I'm back. Going to talk about some games, maybe make a few bets. I am going to go over the games from yesterday real quick and we'll get right into it. So, we split the board today. We went 4-4. So, not great. I definitely got a little trigger happy. Definitely got a little trigger happy. So, definitely could have probably came out on top if I had been a little more careful, but we'll go through them quick because even after today, my record stands at 32-18. So still have a significant lead here. So hopefully we can keep it up for tomorrow. And we will start with Maryland Eastern Shore. And this one, like, honestly, all these first games I picked, I shouldn't have picked any of them. Like, I should have started with Stephen F. Austin, because that was the first pick when I was looking at the games that I liked. I mean, it covered by the hook, so it definitely was close, but I mean, these three were so close the entire time. So Maryland Eastern State, like, yeah, they were up for a while, and they ended up losing by a few possessions, but it was pretty close. But I mean, there's just no reason to be kind of picking these like lower conference kind of pick 'em games that just look like 50-50s. I mean, I thought Maryland had the edge at home, so that's kind of why I ended up going with them, but. Yeah, bad pick. So they took the L. And then SC State took the win barely at the end, home by 2 points. So that one was close. I thought it was going into OT, but they finished it at the end. So they did end up getting their one conference win on the road because I was like looking at some statistic when I was looking at this game, and it was basically saying that like only 10 to 15% of teams don't get a conference win on the road. So, and most of those teams who don't get that win don't have a conference win at all. So they had SC State looked alright. They had a few conference wins. I mean, I thought they would win by more, but they got the win, so whatever. And then next game, IU Indy. This one, I'm like actually just surprised that the Vikings did so well without their guy. I mean, good on them. That was a do or die game. So, IU Indy is eliminated for the season. They're gone. And that was like the first like elimination game of the season, I think, because that was to get into their conference tournament. So, that means the Vikings are in the conference tournament. So, good luck to them. And then moving on, Stephen F. Austin. I mean, this game I didn't think I was gonna get, so I'm just happy they ended up covering by the hook in the end. Good thing I got in on the 7.5 because I saw it moved up to 8.5. So they barely covered. So good win though. Thanks, Stephen F. And then Montana got. I split the Montanas, so completely pointless to take these. But like I said, both my both Montanas couldn't lose. So one of them covered, one of them didn't. I just split those ones. Kind of a pointless bet, but I kind of thought both would hit, so whatever. And then Lamar crushed by Houston Christian. I was so surprised with this one. I thought Lamar would bounce back, but like I think today, like trying to get too crazy with the bounce backs kind of hurt me. Like IU Indy was a bounce back, so was Lamar. And yeah, I mean, I got to be careful with those because some teams are just bad. So I got to be careful trying to look at those ones because some of the teams are just going to keep losing. And then final win, Sacramento State. I like this game a lot at the end. This was a pretty much a bounce back game, so can't hate on them too much. But this one they beat them up pretty bad, so easy win for that. Split the board. All right, let's check out the games. All right, so first game I got Tennessee at South Carolina. Um, I mean, I like Tennessee. I'm gonna try to get them at 7.5 and hope money, just pray overnight that money goes to South Carolina and I can get in at 7.5 because I don't necessarily love it at 8.5. I'd still probably be cool with it. I mean, they are covering that number in every sample, so basically looking at between 7 and 14. So at 8.5, I don't hate it. I think they're going to beat this team up pretty bad. I mean, they even are going on the road and beating teams that, yeah, they're losing by 8 too. So, they have like the 8, 9, up to a 9 point edge at on the road. So I like it. I like it up to 8.5. Anything over that, I wouldn't be interested. I'm gonna try to get it cheaper. I'm gonna look around after this and try to get it cheaper, but I would say get in on this if you could see it, if you see it drop below 8.5, but we'll see. I do have some concerns about them being on some sort of bounce back, but it is crazy, right? When you look at the overall onto the second half of the season, onto the trailing few, it's like they are just getting worse. So yeah, I do worry. I do worry about some sort of bounce back for South Carolina, but I really just think they're terrible. I don't even get how they were even coming close to winning at the beginning of the season, but like they don't. I'm gonna check their wins real quick, but I don't think they have any super impressive wins. See if I have that. Tennessee, on the other hand, definitely does. I mean, they're fourth. They're trying to get us. They're probably trying to get seeding right now. Missouri could easily take an L this week, even though I like Missouri this week too. But Tennessee needs this win. They're gonna obviously they can win, but can they cover? That's the problem. They're gonna play hard, that's for sure. Okay. What if the South Carolina? I don't say this team's name. Alright. They lose a lot. They beat Oklahoma, who's pretty good. Ooh, they beat UAlbany. They beat LSU. They beat Mississippi State. They have not a single impressive win. Oklahoma's pretty good. Oklahoma's good. They're gonna get destroyed, I think. I don't think I need to try to get crazy here. Any decent stat lines are from non-conference play, from they won the first 4 games of the season versus terrible teams. They beat nobody good until they played LSU, who's like not even good, but yeah, I mean they look so bad that it's just like hard to even fade them because it's just like this will be the this will be their time. Like they lost at home to Kentucky by Kentucky's honestly kind of good too. They lost to Kentucky, Georgia by almost 20 points on the road. I'm sure Tennessee beat both of those teams at some point. I don't know actually. Oh, they lost to Kentucky twice. Wow. They only played Georgia once and beat them. Wow, losing to Kentucky twice. I mean, Tennessee has some tough losses. Yeah, I don't know. If I can get it for cheaper, I'll get in. But other than that, I'm honestly not willing to move on it even at 8.5. I don't trust that. Maybe Tennessee is just a fluke. I mean, I don't know. It looks good. I'm not mad at people who get in on this at 7.5, but 8.5. I don't know. They might destroy them. We'll see. All right, next game, Georgia State at Louisiana. This game is like an elimination game, so I put it in. I honestly hate that I like Georgia State in this game and probably won't bet it, but they're due for a little bounce back here. And I mean, it's a neutral game, so I've used a sample of both teams' away games to kind of compare those. And I mean, yeah, Louisiana has a slight edge overall, but recently Louisiana's been playing bad, kind of bad too. I mean, not as bad as Georgia State, but I mean, Georgia State has some conference wins early on, and then they kind of just I don't know what happened to them. Like, I don't really think I could bet this at all. I do kind of like Tennessee though. The more I think about it, I just am envisioning them destroying them off those two losses. See, look at that. Marshall, UL Monroe, who's actually horrible, but Southern Miss, Arkansas State, that's a great win. Skid out, beat Georgia Southern. James Madison's pretty good. Just losing every home game though. We're better off just hitting the road. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they beat them, if they beat Louisiana here, but it's not worth getting involved at all, honestly. What am I talking about? Off two losses. Yeah, I'm not touching this. I don't even know why I entertained that. But it will be elimination, so it will be an interesting game. I got Georgia State, though. That's who I think will win. Not gonna bet it though. UMBC Retrievers at NJIT Highlanders. I like UMBC here. I mean, NJIT has some wins, but like, I mean, they're not. They're just not good. They're nowhere near. Nobody in this conference is anywhere near as good as UMBC. That's my stance on it. We'll take a quick look. We're gonna take a quick look at their recent games here. But as you could even see, I mean, I have UMBC better in every category. Even going on the road. I mean, they're going on the road and beating teams that the Highlanders are losing to horribly at home. Not to mention the second half of the season, so basically 5.5 to 11.5 point edge. And then recent conference play, we're talking about like over 10 double digits. So like I'm getting this 5 to 10, so I like them at -4. You can get that still probably. You can, oops. Yeah. I'm gonna be on the Retrievers. I just think at this point in the season it's just like I guess you could argue that they have nothing to play for, but it's like nah. UMBC, they wanna destroy them. Why there's no reason not to. Let's see where they're at. So it's like UMBC is firmly in front, so even if they lose, they don't lose their 1 seed. NJIT can technically get the 2 seed if they win this, and Vermont loses. So I guess you could argue that NJIT has more to play for. But these teams want to win by a lot. Everything hits your net rating. You want to do as good as possible. That helps you out a lot next year. I mean, NJIT off 3 losses. Okay, I mean, they have a lot of conference wins. My issue with it is their conference is horrendous. So it's like, yeah, they have wins in a row versus UMass, Lowell, Binghamton, New Hampshire, UAlbany. So you have this 5 team stretch, 6 win stretch where you're versing Binghamton, New Hampshire, Maine. 3 horrible teams. You're also versing UAlbany in that. You're also versing Bryant. Like, it's like, okay, who are your good wins? I guess Vermont, but I don't think Vermont is good. So like, yeah, UMBC might drop this game because they're sitting pretty and it doesn't matter, and I mean, going on the road to play this one game, so they could drop it, but they're just the best by far, just way better than any team in this conference. I don't see how they drop this. Their only single conference loss is Vermont. I don't count this Bryant one. I'm sure they whooped Vermont next time around. Yeah, double digits. They lost to UAlbany, Maine. Yeah, off 3 losses. I get it, but I'm rolling retrievers again. Okay, on to the next. Alabama, Georgia. Alabama opened up as a 1.5 dog, and I wish I got on that because I do like Alabama in this. Like Georgia's pretty good, but Alabama is just like a lot better to me. Like their offense is just so good. So it's like their offense is good and their defenses are comparable to me. So I would roll Alabama here. I got them winning by 3-6, even on the road, winning by 3-6. Like I'm gonna try to get a better number, but I'll probably roll Alabama here. I like it. Huge over under 178. That's crazy. Like Georgia, I guess Georgia's scoring 87 at home, 87 overall, but like not lately. Not scoring that much lately. Their defense is like alright, but not really. Actually, letting up 83. I'm just overall more impressed with Alabama. And I think they play great on the road. And I think Georgia coming off like a tough game against like Vandy and some good wins before that. I think they're good to lose here. Probably gonna roll Alabama in the end. I'm gonna wait though. I have a few other bets I play, so like I'll probably be looking at this and Tennessee to see what the prices do. All right, this game I included, but I'm probably not gonna bet because I like Miami, Ohio, but I think Toledo is honestly capable of winning this game for sure. I mean, looking at recent samples, looking at the trailing few, I mean, Miami of Ohio has like a 2.5 to 5 point edge. Yeah, the Miami of Ohio can easily cover this at home, but I think they might drop it. I'm not gonna bet it, but I have a feeling Toledo will do okay here. Cover, potentially even win. I'm not gonna bet this one though. George Mason at VCU Rams. This is gonna be a pretty good game, I think, just because George Mason has been playing horrible, and even though they've been playing really bad, like offensively, their defense hasn't been playing terrible. So I think that their defense will kind of travel well here, and they could put up a fight. I'm probably not gonna back them just because they've been losing by the last few. They've been losing by close to this to way worse teams than playing VCU at home. So I'm not going to necessarily back George Mason, but I think I'll probably just take the under on this. I like don't think that. I think both of these teams are going to struggle to make it to 70 points just because George Mason never really gets to 70 points and I think their defense is going to kind of hold them in this game and I think VCU is just kind of hot scoring right now. I mean, they've just been scoring consistent 80 points all season. I don't know. Yeah, I'm leaning like under on this game, if anything. I think it's a good game. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, Seton Hall at Xavier. I like Seton Hall here. I like them going on the road to Xavier. I think coming off that loss to UConn, they played a good game. I mean, I have them winning by 2.5 to 5, and we're only laying 1.5. So like, I'll probably be on Seton Hall even at minus 1.5. Let's see real quick what they've been up to. Okay, so Seton Hall 9-9 in conference. Xavier not doing great in conference. Like they had like an eye little run where they weren't necessarily winning, but they were playing teams good, I guess. Off a win to Georgetown. I like to fade them off a win for sure. Especially only laying 1.5. Ooh, and it's a little revenge spot for Seton Hall, who I think is the better team. I do. Their defense is really good. They let up 86 here, but it sounds like a fluke to me. A lucky game. What are they letting up late? I mean, they let up 51. Their defense has looked crazy, Seton Hall. They've been locking down since they played like Providence back then. Even before that, like Xavier did score a lot of points on them last time. That's interesting, but I don't think that happens again. They lost pretty bad to them, which is very interesting. I like the revenge. Yeah, I think we'll probably be on Seton Hall. All right, next game, UNC Wilmington at Elon. So I like UNC Wilmington to kind of come in here and destroy them. UNC Wilmington is off a really tough loss to Charleston, which like put them as I'm pretty sure Charleston has the 1 seed now, but UNC Wilmington has I think will lock it in if they win this game. So Elon's not good. Let's take a quick look. So like I don't get why they're ranked as the 1 seed when they have another conference loss. So if UNC Wilmington takes a loss in conference, they'll be tied with Charleston, who I think might have the edge from beating them. So this could be a huge game for these guys. Let me see. 'Cause that was a tough loss. They're not happy. Ooh, they might still have it because they beat them by more, I think, is how it works. Okay. So they might be good to go either way, but I definitely think these teams, again, all of these teams at the top of their conferences want to close out as good as possible, especially versus easy teams. They have no reason not to run it up. Elon off 3 losses. I mean, I just think Elon's pretty bad. And UNC Wilmington is like a decent team with like a decent big or two. Like Elon doesn't have bigs, dude. Are you serious? They have Trey or no, they have Caleb Middleton, but like that's their biggest guy. This guy's probably terrible and hardly gets minutes. Mm, yeah, he doesn't get that much minutes. I guess he got 24 last game, but he got some rees. He did good last game, this guy. Do not want that. Okay, let's check their roster. I was surprised Charleston beat them, even though I bet Charleston actually, plus the points on Sunday was the one bet I laid. I grabbed Charleston and it hit. They got a few bigs to work with. Like, they're not getting tired. Yeah, I'm taking UNC Wilmington. I'm gonna just get the cheapest price I can. I think I saw it at 5.5. I would lay that with them right here off that tough loss. I mean, we got them going on the road and covering that. We got them overall double digits in conference play. Like, it looks good. Right, next game, North Carolina A&T at Campbell. This is such a random game that I put in here. I'm not gonna bet this, but I don't think Campbell is covering 7.5. Like, I just can't see that happening. Maybe just, I mean, they are having an edge close to that at home. They're ranked a lot better than North Carolina A&T, but I don't know. It seems off. I got them winning like between 2.5 and 4.5. So I was intrigued to take North Carolina AT&T, but I think I'm not going to end up doing it in the end. Take a quick look at what they've been up to. This is all the same conference these last few games. I haven't been doing good with some of these underdogs lately. Seems like the favorites have been really working out. The Fighting Camels, okay, like they're 7-10, they're 4-13, so they are a lot worse than conference play. None of them are fighting for anything though. CAA, pretty sure they all get in. Yep, they're off a couple losses. I don't know if that means much. They lost by 8 last time. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna back this team. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna be willing to do this for sure, but this Campbell team is not good either. They go on. Look at this whole stretch of losses. They lose all the time. Yeah, I'm not willing to bet this, but I don't think Campbell is gonna cover. All right, next game, Monmouth at Northeastern. I love Monmouth in this game. They're like actually fighting for seeding, and Northeastern is absolutely horrible. I got them winning between 4.5 and 9, so I can get it at 4 below. I'm interested, so I'm gonna probably take this game for sure. I mean, we got them double digits. Like the Monmouth is playing so much better than this team recently. It's actually crazy. So Northeastern is getting destroyed everywhere they go. Yeah, this one I'm definitely on Monmouth. All right, the last two games here. So Missouri, Oklahoma. I don't know if I'm actually gonna take this because like I'm honestly getting this at like a pick 'em, which is weird, but when you actually break it down and look at the numbers like of the net results of their games, they're pretty similar teams. So I like Missouri a lot, but I don't know if I'm gonna even just take this game just because, yeah, I mean, Oklahoma has the edge at home, and it's probably definitely a game that they want to win pretty bad. So, like, this is a little too close for me, honestly. No, I think Missouri is way better. I was honestly expecting to jump into Missouri, and then I saw the line, and I was like, eh, figured it'd be like Missouri minus 1.5. Fourth in SEC, 20-9. Off two decent wins. I mean, Tennessee's a great win. Mississippi State's terrible. Vanderbilt's a great win. They lost to Arkansas by less than 10. Arkansas is really good. They beat all the bums. They beat Texas A&M, who's like kind of been looking terrible, but was good for a second. Yeah, I really like Missouri here, honestly. I don't get how the numbers are so close. I guess Oklahoma doesn't lose by that much points, but look at all these losses. They look horrible. Off two wins, too. Like, I don't get this at all. I may end up on Missouri, honestly, but maybe there's just something I don't know. See if there's an injury, but can even find it. Okay. No, nothing new. Yeah, I might hop on Missouri, honestly. I don't really get this. Like their wins are okay. Auburn, LSU, Vanderbilt, Georgia's pretty good. But to go on that long of a skid, that includes South Carolina, Missouri loss already. Yes, these aren't terrible losses. I don't know. I may end up on Missouri. All right, last game I had in think the in like the 7 8 p.m. slot. This is Kentucky at Texas A&M. Um, I'm honestly not gonna get involved probably in this either. I uh I like Kentucky, but it's also like okay, Texas A&M is doing so bad that they might just bounce back here and do well and win the game. I'm surprised that they're the favorite too here, but I guess they're at home, so yeah. Like I don't feel too strongly about these games at all. That's why I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to bet these. I definitely have a lean, but Kentucky off 2 losses, that's not too big of a deal. Some good wins under their belts. Yeah, I think Kentucky's pretty good. Like Texas A&M is pretty questionable, and like their style is kind of like I feel like I low key feel like teams just have them figured out at this point. Like they beat Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Other than that, who's their big win? Georgia. I mean, Georgia is probably their best win. Like they got good wins, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's over with. But I don't really see no huge edge. It's just like the fact that I'm just looking at the recent sample and it's like, okay, Kentucky's a lot better. Not only is Kentucky a lot better recently, but Texas A&M has no edge at home. So it's like those two things combined make me want to just hop on Kentucky, but too scared of the bounce back of Texas A&M. So flip back through and see what I'm going to end up actually grabbing. So Tennessee, I'm going to try to get in on a little bit lower. This I'm not touching. I'm going to grab the UMB Retrievers as cheap as I can. I'm going to grab Alabama too as cheap as I can. I'll grab Seton Hall, UNC Wilmington, and Monmouth. So, however many that was, it's always more than I want. If I can't get a good price on a couple of them, I'll probably leave them out. I'll probably drop it in the comment in a little bit, but yeah, looks like I'm probably grabbing Tennessee if I can get it cheaper, Retrievers, Alabama, Seton Hall, UNC Wilmington, Monmouth, and that will do it. Thank you.